Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. This taken in at the goal line. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They go play action. Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Mayfield going to switch things up here. Back to throw now on 1st down. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Down the right sideline.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one. And it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Robinson. is in. Touchdown, Commanders. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders 7, Buccaneers 0. Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. From the gun, Mayfield. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Mayfield. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Robinson up the middle. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Come on.
Here's Daniels. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. To the air goes Daniels. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action, now it's Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Daniels going to throw for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. On the move past the 40. And he is going to have a Commander's first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Daniels. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing now is Daniels, rolling to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Now, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. But I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Panther 60. Panther.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Seibert on for the PAT. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Irving. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Daniels looking to throw. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he will have a Commander's first down, and that should just about do it.
19. Ready.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further